Hello everyone and welcome back to Adventures with Clive. So here we are in the Myconid colony, and the first thing we want to do is probably go and turn in the quest for the forged weapon. So we need to go back to the blighted village and go to the basement. And you want to make sure you have a dagger or a greatsword. There may be other weapons, but I'm not 100% sure what other weapons are available. I know that a vast majority of the weapons are not available, like you can't use any axe or mace or any of those things. So what we need to do is turn this on. And we need to make this hotter. Then we drop in the Sussar bark. It's right here. And it makes a hotter fire. And it's going to be blue. A great sword.
The roaring furnace awaits an offering. A candy-sweet scent wafts forth. The Sussar bark infuses the weapon from within the flames. The flames sputter away. The sword is complete.
So you can use a dagger or a sickle or a greatsword. And what this does is it gives you extra damage, and it also gives a silence when it hits a target. It's actually good for a dagger if you have a rogue. And the reason why I like the dagger a lot is because it's a light weapon and you can put it in your offhand, and you can use this with a bonus action to trigger the effect, which is really nice. So the dagger is definitely worth getting. The sickle, I'm not sure. Sickle might be good for certain classes. I picked the greatsword because it's good enough for Karlach. It's 7 to 17 damage, which is one more than what I currently have. And it also will silence a target, so she's going to be the most likely be the one to be attacking casters. So it works fairly well for this group makeup. But like I said, the dagger is also really good if you have a rogue, or even a ranger that will probably do melee. I'm going to be switching my character up a little bit here. I got a hand crossbow, +1. Once I get another hand crossbow, I'm going to be using 2 hand crossbows instead of 1 heavy crossbow. So that's kind of the direction I'm going to go with this, and I have to respec in order to make these things viable. So I'll be working on that later. That's why I wasn't too keen on getting the dagger for my ranger here. So that is the end of the quest, and it's actually really good for Karlach specifically, or I guess Laziel as well. They're both able to use great swords, and they both have proficiency in them. Alright, so what we're going to do now is head on over to the Arcane Tower. But before we can go there, we have to go to the Sussar Tree to pick up those blooms. And we need to pick up some flowers from here. You probably need like 2 or 3. Actually, probably need maybe 2 at the most. And you want to give it to your non-magic users. There's one up here, I believe. Okay, I guess we are fighting Bullette again. That's fine. Should not be a problem. We just want to spread out, really. It's the biggest thing. I think probably move a little closer with her. Oh, she landed on me. Serious? So it does have more health, but a lot less than it had before. This should not be a problem. Oh, I do have that on my character. That's okay, that's fine. Alright, that is Bullette. We actually took it down. We can probably just burn our Song of Rest and our heal. Yeah, so now we're good. Everything's back the way we were.
Let's get going.
So on Bullette, we have just this Blood Guzzler garb, and it just provides wrath whenever an enemy damages you. So we need one more flower for Karlach. Probably give one to Karlach, and then one to my character, or maybe even Will for the time being. You don't need them for very long, but you need them for just a little bit of time. They are very handy. There are quite a few here too, so if you need more, you can get more. What we can do now is go to the Underdark Beach, and this will get us closer. Let's go up here. And over here, where these little holes are in the wall, we can just jump from here. And this will get us pretty close to the Arcane Tower. And we can get rid of all these. Oop, we don't want to go too close to those. Let's get everybody away from those. Okay, well. We don't want to go too close to those. So up here is the tower, by the way. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we haven't explored yet here. But we will, so it's not too big of a deal. Alright, so we want to be very careful with this area, because there is...
Better watch out.
Yeah, so we picked up on there being scorched ground here. There are these arcane turrets that we need to be aware of. So what we need to do is split up our group and probably get Karlach.
Can't give up.
We're too far away for the to engage us. It's going to take a second, but then we can move Karlach out of sight. And probably just burn this.
If you insist.
As long as it's being blocked. So now it can't shoot us. So it's not able to target us. Alright, the next round we can just get Karlach over there. I would highly suggest you do this in turns. Okay, now it's off. There's one up here, but it's a little out of the way, so it's not a big deal. Or we can exit turn-based. Make sure everybody is separated. Oh, my bird's not down here. Look at the bird over here. Alright, it'll follow now. Okay, so we can loot what's down here. Eventually we could turn these off, so you just need to do this one time where you have to actually block them, and it does take a little bit of extra time. This one shouldn't reach us over here. Alright, there's a couple of things, a letter, hammer, ingots. I also wouldn't worry about breaking those things because they regenerate. So you could try to like destroy it, but it will regenerate, so that's not going to be very helpful. And let's lockpick this. Alright. Got a Skybreaker, which gives us Searing Smite. It's a one-hander, so it's not that much damage. Okay, now we have to go into turn-based mode from here. And we can just run up on this one. The other alternatives to this is you can blind these. So if you have like fog, you can also blind these. Let's put these two together. And when you blind them, they won't be able to shoot you. That's another option. Alright, so now I have to get everybody up to the top here. And once you're up here, you're kind of out of the way. And in order to do this, we need to go into turn-based mode again.
Long way to go
Those two can sit there. Shit. We're gonna have to probably come pretty far here. Maybe around here. I'm gonna sit here for a second. The bird can go up here. Alright, this is gonna activate, but it won't be able to see us. And then let's just pass on everybody. Actually, let's just get the two characters down here, up there. And that should be long enough. We'll have to use up our click heals. Alright. That's gonna be it for this part. There's another part in here, so we'll have to open this door. It's gonna require us to lockpick. Probably should have did a bonus, but that didn't matter. It's critical success. Alright, we're gonna have to put these two in turn-based mode again. These are the last two that we need to deal with. It's gonna autosave. This should be good enough, as long as we're not getting hit by the one that's right here. Probably just dash and just get a little bit further. Alright, these guys can stay out here. And then Karlach can go inside. Okay. This is probably the cleanest way to do this, is to get two characters with the Sussar Blossoms to deal with the multiple turrets. And they won't fire if you're in turn-based mode because it's technically your turn. And if you have a method of blinding them, that also works as well. This is probably the least impactful on your spell slots, though. Alright, we should be good to go now.
2 steps at a time.
You can loot this up, or you can wait till later to loot this. It's not a huge deal. There'll be plenty of opportunities to loot. One thing you might want to think about is respecking a character into lightning damage, because most machines, they have a weakness to lightning damage. So that is something you might want to look into, because there's going to be a lot more machines that are coming up throughout the game. So you want to go out this door, and this is the way kind of down, is over here. But there is a chest that is on the other side. It's a Mundane Chest. We'll get to that one in a minute. It's out here. You want to wait till you have someone with the Sussar Blossom to get this chest, because the loot changes inside of it. Okay, now what we need to do is get Karlach to move out the way. So I think she might be able to get all the way over here. If I burn everything, I wonder. Yeah, I can get all the way out here. Okay, that's nice. It's going to be a quick way to get outside. And then I can just run through the door here. Actually get the bird outside first.
Let's move. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Okay, we're now good. Now, all we have to do is jump down. Jump down this side. Might be able to get everybody down here, I think. Will they follow me? Or will they go through the door? Yeah, they should follow me. Okay. You might take a little bit of damage. You can also burn a Featherfall, and that'll also get you down there. You can also burn a Featherfall to get down here, which way we have to go eventually. So I think we'll probably do that now. In here, there isn't anything to worry about, but there is the quest items that we need. So we can just grab these while we're here. We're going to need... There's a supply pack. We're going to need the Tin Musk Spores. These are the things that you need for the quest. For Omeluum. Yeah, Omeluum, investigate the parasite. And the other thing that we need is going to be these Tongue of Madness. So those are the 2 items that we need. So we can technically turn in the quest now to Omeluum. And we need to use our Featherfall spell. And it is a ritual. We probably have to use it out of the... Okay, let's get these guys over here. We have to use it away from the magic field. We can give... Let's give all the magic stuff to... Karlak, because we don't need 2 people with us anymore. Alright, so...
Let's get on with it.
Let's cast this. Everybody has Featherfall.
Onward in her
Now we can jump down safely. I think our bird should be able to follow us. If you have fly, that works too.
Alright. What now?
Alright, so that's gonna be...
Everything.
Let's just jump down to the next level. Okay, this is a pipe. If you have a way to go smaller, you can get in there. Lots of stuff to loot out here. There are a couple of places you can go to dig up stuff. I think out here's an option to dig up something. Yeah.
What's that? Don't fancy
Dirt mound.
I need a shovel.
Thought I have a shovel.
I'd love to, thanks.
Who has a shovel? I thought I had a shovel.
No, he's bare.
Yeah, shovel. I'm not sure why this isn't working. We'll have to figure that out. Well, I'm not sure why I can't dig. There's gotta be a reason why I can't dig there. I'll figure it out later, but we can come back to this later. It's not a big deal. There's some more Sussar blooms here. So if you've made it this far and you didn't pick up Sussar blooms before, there are some here too.
Holding. Best be on my way.
Alright, and then let's go in here. You're going to need a Sussar bloom for in here. Also a lot of stuff in here to pick up. There's all these different items in here. And we have to interact with this generator. And what we need to do is we need to put a Sussar blossom in here. There we go. Alright, so as we saw, it activated a lot of the lights, it deactivated the turrets, and it also activated the central elevator, so we can now travel up and down each floor. So what I'll probably do is I'll go around and loot everything up on this floor. Then I'll show you where the elevator is to get to the next floor. Alright, once you've looted the floor with the generator on it, if you go up these stairs, you will come into an elevator area. And there's going to be... this is a place you can't get to unless you actually come through the basement. You will find this Detect Thoughts necklace. So that gives you a Detect Thoughts ability. So what you want to do is go in this elevator. There's going to be a button. And you can click on the button to ascend. And it takes you up to the next floor. And then descend goes to the previous one. So this will let you go out and loot all these floors. The thing you want to worry about is if you go to the top floor, you will run into enemies. And those enemies are very tough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loot this floor. And then the next floor, the third floor, which is where we came in from. And then we will move on to the top floor. So I'll see you there. Alright, back at the main entrance area, and I did find a dirt mound out here that I forgot to show you earlier. And before I was having an issue where I couldn't dig up stuff, so how I fixed that was I was able to drop the shovel on the ground, then I just picked it back up. And that seemed to let me be able to dig stuff up. And scroll of Vampiric Touch, okay. Inside, across the way, like when you come up from the elevator, if you go to the left, there's a door here, and there's this box called Chest of the Mundane. And nobody passed that arcane check. If you open it up, there's just a bunch of junk in here. But if we bring someone with the Sussar Flower anti-magic shield next to it, it changes the box. So now it's still Chest of the Mundane, but if we open it up, we get other things in it. So we get these Maestra's Grace, which gives us Featherfall. These are boots. And some other things. So yeah, that's another way to get some loot as well. And then finally, we're going to be at the last part of this. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to unhook everybody. I'm going to put Karlach in here. And I'm going to go up to the top. The reason why I'm picking Cal is because I have the most dexterity, so I have the fastest initiative. And this floor right here isn't too bad, but it's the floor above us. And you're gonna have Bernard here.
Is it the foe? That foul, contemptuous heel?
I'm not a foul or contemptuous, but I am a foe.
An unbeknownst command by fools that would intrude. Now steel shall ring, false tongue will speak no more.
Okay, so I did get first, which is nice. We want to descend. We want to bring everybody down. I might be able to actually fire off. So if we look at these guys, they have this guy particularly has a strength to everything. He happens to be an electric version of the constructs. And so he has a lot of resistances, so he is pretty tough to kill. Maybe we can hit him with ice to slow him down. He did save that, though. He also has quite a few stats, especially in strength and dexterity. And his AoE damage is really crazy, so we want to split up. So we need to go down 2 levels where our group is. And the strategy really is to get Bernard to stay in this cage and have somebody tank it. And Karlach's the best one for that. And we're going to have him come down. And the ranged guys are going to stop and try to shoot us from above us, and we can kind of maneuver around to avoid the damage from that. And then our party can actually do damage from outside, avoiding the range of his aura that he uses. Alright, so we'll get Will, and then use his turn up. And it could take a couple turns to get them all down to the bottom so they're actually attacking us. In the meantime, I could just use potions to keep everybody up. Alright, he's... Okay. Yeah, he does a ton of damage. So this is why we don't want everybody inside of that room. Because of the amount of damage he does. So we can pop a rage now. We'll try to burst him down if we can. Alright, that's the fight. We'll have to get rid of these Sussar blossoms. They're starting to cause problems. Let's do that. Alright, so that's gone. Let's loot everything up. I think there really isn't too much from these guys. Most of it is stuff that's only used by constructs. That's junk, really. This guy has the biggest stuff here. If I can locate him. Oh, I think he's below. He's down below. Alright, go down here. And yeah, he just has this light of creation, but if you look at it, it says overcharge. A chance to stun the wielder unless it is a construct. So that's really not very helpful in any way that I'm aware of. I'm not sure if there's any way to get that. This guiding light's pretty nice though. It's also used as a key. So we'll have to use this later. And here's another key, antique key. Let's open up chests and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna loot all these guys up and then we'll go to the next floor and there's a bunch of stuff in the next floor we can look at. Alright, once you're done looting, you want to get everybody up to the top floor. And let's equip that ring. This ring right here. And it's gonna give this button here, and this button's gonna pop up. So once you have that ring on, you want to click this basement button. Alright, now we're at the basement of the Arcane Tower. There's some more tin musk spores and some oil and stuff like that. It's really just more stuff to loot. So you get a lot more things in here that you can check out and loot. And get a new staff. And this is the Arcane Blessing. Gives you bless on a weapon. Kind of nice. Alright, and that should be it for the Arcane Tower. And this is like a back door. Should be a lever. Yeah, here's the door. So that's pretty much it. We can go talk to Omeluum and tell him what we found, and that'll kick off the next part of his quest. So we'll do that. Before we talk to Omeluum, I'm gonna actually give Cal the helmet with intellect on it. It's gonna help him pass some checks.
I greet you, child of the sun. How has your search for the mushrooms fared?
I found those mushrooms you were looking for.
These are fine specimens. It will only take me a moment to brew them to proper potency.
Omeluum turns away to prepare the potion, lost in its own musings.
You must drink the entire draught. I can make no promises as to its taste.
Drink the potion.
The acidic liquid tightens your throat, burning on the way down. It's a bolt of agony straight to your stomach.
Not a drop left. Very good. As the potion influences your mind, you may find yourself acting irrationally. Try and stay focused.
The world loses its edges, its finer boundaries. You are fluid, but trapped like a creature suspended in amber.
I have to do a saving throw. This is wisdom. This is... I think wisdom's the same, so we'll just do that one.
Dark holes bite at the edges of your vision, but the void cannot draw you in. The tadpole spasms, seizes. It's fighting the potion even harder than you are. Fear pierces your mind like knives of ice. The parasite digs deeper, as if it needs to hollow out your skull.
Okay, we have 3 options here. Wisdom, intellect. Focusing on a tune.
The cold blades lose their edge. You are stalwart, turning that tide of fear against itself. The parasite swells with power. More power than you have ever felt before. It surges and twists, lashing out against that which would dare to intrude. The parasite in your mind quiets, pleased with itself.
Omeluum, are you well?
That lava is like nothing I have ever observed before. Its power is unsettling.
I felt it grow inside of me. There's more power than ever.
Such an outcome was not in my calculations. There is more to this being than mere stasis.
So I went through all this and a tadpole is still lodged in my brain.
Indeed. Although I may have another solution, albeit a temporary one. I possess a ring of mind shielding. It prevents elder brains from noticing my presence. It will not remove the lava, but it will limit its influence, both positive and negative. I would offer it as a gift, but in truth, the ring is priceless. Is there anything you could offer me in turn?
So we can get this ring from him if we wanted to. I am not going to be too concerned about it right now. So we could always come back and get it later. It's not a big deal. So I'm just going to leave. I would say the cheapest thing is to tell him more about the Nautiloid, if you can pass a check for it. I am poisoned because I did fail the initial check. Can get rid of that poison. Actually, that poison's not going to be a big of a deal, to be honest. It's going to be... It just gave us a disadvantage on our ability checks, which we happened to pass, so that was nice. So what we got out of this is this survival instinct ability. So every short rest we can do a heal, which is kind of nice. So that's another bonus for passing all those checks. If you didn't pass the checks, then you get a negative effect, so you want to be careful with that. Alright, so that's going to be it for this episode. We did spend most of the episode going over the Arcane Tower, which does take up quite a bit of time. So that'll wrap this up. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.